Today is a good day. We're going to be putting the 1984 Ford back to work. So we got the tree all cut down before it ends up falling on the beam, damaging it, any of that sort of stuff, but I need to haul this over to the green waste, but the Ford isn't quite ready. We did put new tires on it, so now it's safe to actually drive out on the highway, but if we look here, there's no place to hook the safety chains. And not all my lights are working. So I need to put on some stuff so we can hook the safety chains, and I need to figure out why the right set of lights are not working on the trailer. So that's gonna be step number one, and then we're gonna see if the old Ford can still tow this dump trailer and a huge tree inside of it. I'm pretty sure it'll be able to tow it without a problem, but it's gonna be fun to actually get it out and get it working again. So what I'm thinking for the safety chains is I have some shackles from our 2019 Powerstroke that I used to hook the safety chains on it because it was too hard to get the safety chains up underneath and get them to connect. So I'm wondering if I can just remove these two bolts here, put in those shackles, and that might be good. The only problem is these bolt holes might be too small and I don't want to drill new ones. So if those holes are too small, I'll just have to run down to Ace or something and buy some smaller shackles. But I think that's step number one. But I also have to find them in this mess. They are somewhere in here, but I have no idea where. Comment below, is your garage like this, just a mess of stuff that you think you'll need? Well, you'll know you'll need eventually, but you have no idea where you put it. Let me know what you do. Maybe you're one of those super organized people. I obviously am not. Not seeing them in there.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Tire chains. Oh, there they are. All right, so I have these shackles. They are probably going to be too big. Well, I'm 99% sure they're going to be too big, but might as well try them. That way I don't have to buy new ones. First thing I'm going to do, try to get these off. They've only been on for probably the last, 40 years. So I don't know if I can move them. I went and sprayed them with WD-40 to loosen them up, but I don't know if this is going to work. I do have my bigger pry bar, so hopefully that'll help.
Oh, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules!
Oof. They are not moving. Oh. All right, well, that one's not moving. Let's try the other side. Let's see if I can get this other side to go, even to wiggle a little bit. Okay. It does not seem to be moving. Oh, that one wiggled a little bit. Let's see here. Maybe the WD's helping. Okay. All right, well those are on there. So I guess next step. So these are the shackles I was planning on using, and they would just stick out like that, but I'm not liking how they look, so I'm gonna try something else. I need to run down to Ace Hardware. Back from Ace Hardware, and while I was there, I decided to try something a little bit different. So I'm thinking I can bolt these there. Then I'll have that nice eyelet that I can hook chains to. I might bolt it this way or this way. I don't know. We'll figure that out. So not too bad there. Those should hold. I did get some smaller clevises if I need it, or shackles or whatever you want to call them. I think those will really help. Also, I've been avoiding buying a larger impact for a while just because there's so much more money, but I'm just tired of running over to my dad's house and always borrowing his, so I bought an impact, a larger impact as well, with the 1/2 inch. I think this should help get it off. And if this doesn't work, I don't know what is going to work. Okay, let's see if this will work. All right, let's see if it just free spins. I can't believe that's not coming off there. Maybe we'll try the other side, see how it does. Holy crap. Why is it that tight? Those will be perfect spots for some tie-down hooks, but these little ones that are on it just are not. I mean, that's just not big enough. That's not safe. So, I don't know. I might have to just drill those out more if I can't get these to break loose. All right, I'm gonna give this one more try on these, but if they won't go, then we will go to plan B. Nothing. All right, plan B. I'm gonna try just taking these off and just putting bigger on there. Also, don't tell Kara the new impact didn't work. We'll just say it did. I wonder if there's a burr or something at the bottom of that, because it spins and then it stops. Looks like there's a burr or something. Let me try the other side. I might need to just cut them off. Don't know if that's showing up to you, but there's a burr on the end of those, so I'm gonna have to try to cut those off. Wish I had a smaller saw blade, but this is what I got, so this is what I'm gonna use. All right, sorry, missed filming it. Got that one cut off. Okay, step one done. Now I need to do over here, and it is raining, so I'd like to get this done as soon as possible. All right, there we go. Now let's see if the other ones will fit through, or I'll have to drill some holes. I can already see these are gonna be too big. So grab my drill, see what I can do. And of course, the rain doesn't let up. It just is really coming down now. So I think I'm gonna have to wait and resume as soon as the rain stops.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
All right, just took another trip to Ace, reevaluated. Didn't have big enough drill bit, so decided to go with the one size smaller on the eyelets. But they should work just fine. Also, I don't want to keep on drilling into this and keep risking breaking my wrist. So I'd rather escape this with minimal injuries. When you guys do a project, how many trips to the hardware store or the automotive store or whatever do you guys have to take? I know some people can do it in one. For me, it seems 2 to 7 is usually my golden number, somewhere in there, 2 to 7. Oh yeah. It's gonna be way easier than trying to drill it out even more. And that should be good. Now on to the other side. Next step in this project is to get the lights working. When I hooked it up the other day, one side was working and one side wasn't. So I'm gonna have Kara jump in, press the brakes, all that, and we can see what we can figure out. Looks like Nate needs his trailer tomorrow. I don't have all the wiring fixed, so I'm just gonna have to have Kara follow me down the road here to where we can dump. She'll just follow me in the car and, you know, make sure nobody rear ends me, that sort of stuff. Because this is gonna take a little bit more work. Who knows if my grandpa even had it wired the same as this trailer's wired, so yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, let's go dump this thing and then we can worry about wiring it. All right, here we go. See if the old Ford can still do it. Just kidding, I know it can. So nice to get this thing back out and get it working. Now this isn't a huge load, but it should, you know, kind of let me know how the truck's doing. Luckily we don't have to go too far. And I'm really happy that we put the new tires on, so keeping everything safe, which didn't want to have an issue. Usually I can start out in second, but It really doesn't want to start out in second with this trailer on. I didn't think it would affect it that much, but it's having a pretty big effect on it. So I'll have to start out in first instead. I do wonder how this would do towing a big fifth wheel or gooseneck. My grandpa used to tow a gooseneck with bins of cherries, and it was heavy. I mean, this thing didn't go very fast, but it towed it, so I'm wondering how it would be towing a gooseneck or whatever. It is so nice having a manual transmission though. Really control yourself. You forget how nice a manual is when you need to slow down and brake and all those sort of things. Another thing to take into account is, who knows if the trailer lights worked on this in the last, heck, 30 years. I don't know if my grandpa ever even, you know, checked them. He just plugged them in and hoped they worked. So it could have been out for quite a while. I don't think it should be too bad to get them going. I just need a little bit more time than what I have today. Luckily, Kara's right behind me, and you know, no cars are getting between us. I know it's not the best way to do it, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Just got everything dumped. Sorry, didn't have enough time to like show you. It was busy, so just hurried and dumped it without worrying about filming. Now just gonna drive across the scales and see how much weight it was. It shouldn't have been that much weight because it was just limbs, but who knows? Sometimes things add up more than you think they will. I'm just guessing, but I bet trailer and limbs we are 4,500 to 5,000 pounds, but I don't know. I don't know what this trailer weighs, so it'll be interesting to see. So they said it'd be about $36 a ton, so hopefully it's not a whole bunch of weight.
3071.
3071, there you go. So it looks like it was 0.83 of a ton. So not quite a ton, but that was quite a few limbs. I mean, just short of 2,000 pounds. Nice to get that off the tree and off hanging above the beam and everything else. So it has been a little bit different getting used to towing with this thing. Just the steering's not very tight, so it'll drift on you. There's Kara waiting for me so she can follow me and keep me from, you know, cutting anybody off because I don't have all my lights working. Guess I better buckle up too. All in all, I would say not too bad for the maiden voyage, or the first tow test, a small tow test for this truck, but it's good to make sure everything's working and what's not and what I need to work on and all that sort of stuff. It does have a gooseneck hitch already in it, and Nate does have a gooseneck trailer, so maybe we need to hook on to that and see how it does towing a gooseneck. My father-in-law says it'll just blow smoke and crawl up hills, but he was never a big fan of these. I don't know, we'll see. Got the trailer dropped off back with Nate, and it weighed 3,100 empty. And we had almost a ton in it, 0.83, so we were about 5,000 pounds, so not a bad load for the old Ford, and it did pretty dang good. Now we just need to figure out those lighting issues, and we will be good to go. And as always, remember to like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, but most importantly, enjoy your weekend.